So whenever you're ready, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the challenges with having a farmer's market? Are there any threats to the business aspect of it?
Sure. Yeah, the challenges for a farmer's market are many, actually, because it is a collection of small businesses, so we're subject to market forces, some of which are out of our control. We're doing a really good job of helping people to understand that farmers markets have a lot to offer your regular food shopping, menu. And we have a lot of regular shoppers here. So I see a lot of the same people week after week after week. And that's very reassuring. But for a lot of people, farmers markets are an extra. It's an add-on to what they normally do. So when the economy goes down and people start, either losing jobs or having fewer hours or that can affect, the traffic that we get at the market. The other thing that can affect markets is how many markets there are in a given area. We were of the first of the farmers markets to develop outside of the original 17th Street Farmers Market. And in fact, we're kind of a satellite market for them for a couple of years. And then 2 or 3 years ago, there was suddenly a boom. It was like the rage was, you got to start a farmer's market. And there were 14 markets in the Richmond City area. Well, that year, we definitely saw a drop. And it was because people ultimately go for convenience, right? So convenience and value. And so people were trying to go to the markets that were closest to them. But within a couple of years, those markets didn't survive, actually, because it really did dilute the customer base. It also meant that the farmers were working harder for less money at each market. So if you have essentially the same number of farmers now going to twice as many markets, they're doing 4 times as much work for half the money. So those are all the things that we kind of juggle. You're always looking for the right balance of customer traffic and the farmers to provide the produce and the things that people are looking for.
Are you currently partnering with any local nonprofits?
We ourselves are a nonprofit, so that's one thing. We partner in terms of the market itself. We have a good relationship. I'd say the strongest relationship right now is with VCU, which is a nonprofit, albeit enormous, and it's great. We also have a partnership, a long-standing one, with St. Andrew's Church, because there is a group there, kind of a mission that produces preserves and a marinara sauce and pickled goods and things like that. And they will traditionally be at the market every year. This year they're taking a hiatus because everything they produced last year they sold, so they sort of needed to regroup this year. We partner with a lot of churches and other organizations when they're looking for service learning destinations. So because we have the community garden along with the farmers market, and we also have the farmlet, we're able to give people a service experience that helps them understand everything from seed to plate in terms of food economy, how food is grown, how it's delivered to market, and then how it gets to your house from there. And then if you talk to the different farmers, they're also able to talk about their other venues. So some of them have wholesale operations, and so they will sell to stores and or to larger operations, and some to restaurants as well.
Are you familiar with the local nonprofit, the American Diabetes Association?
Yeah.
Have you ever done any work with them previously?
I think we may have had them come to market and show what they do, because we offer a spot for nonprofits to just, introduce what they do to the community. And I think that they have done that, but I don't think beyond that we've done a specific partnering with them for the market.
Okay, so where we're coming from is we're trying to get research on healthy eating to raise awareness and prevention for diabetes, and we want to take this stand of coming from local farmers markets and like the tricycle gardens, like local gardens like that. So we were wondering if you saw any potential for perhaps maybe a partnership where maybe it's something like that BCU does, where students get to spend $10 and they get a great deal from each vendor. Would that be something that in the future you guys would be open to or willing to talk about?
Oh, sure. I'd love to find a way to partner with the American Diabetes Association. Because I would tell you that for a lot of people, coming to a farmer's market is specifically health related, and that diabetes tends to be one of the main reasons why they're changing their food habits. So that would be an ideal partnership. And then in addition to the general population, the families of the children that attend our preschool program tend to be lower income and tend to be struggling with along with poverty comes diabetes, right? So it's one of the reasons why we have any of these programs at all. We developed this as a neighborhood nutrition program in order to get these food resources to people who typically can't afford it or don't have access to it. So I think that kind of partnership would be very helpful for the market. We're known as a food-focused market with an emphasis on healthy eating. So it seems to me that would be a very good partnership.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love for them to do cooking demonstrations and things like that, where they could share, the recipe recommendations that they make. And if you combine that with seasonal food at its most nutrient dense, then I think that's a great thing.
Wow. Amazing. That was good to hear, and I think kind of what we're looking for in all of our research. That's all that we have. We just wanted to find out, the foundation, where you guys start, and how it all comes together, and then your ideas on that. So
Absolutely.
This is just our research process. So we have the whole semester ahead of us, and I'm sure we'll be in contact again with you.
Yes, because I'd love to give you maybe a one-page document that shares the sort of the origins of William Byrd Community House and why we exist here we were born in 1923, serving this community's health and social needs.
Okay.
So,
and we are connected on email, so if I reach out to you via email.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Yep.
And thank you for your time.
Yes,
Sorry
you're
again
welcome.
about last week. We really appreciate it.
Okay.